welcome to A Mother's Intuition. I'm Nicole, your host. Thanks for joining me. Tonight, I have decided to talk about how to be organized. It's really, really helpful. It's been really helpful to me to I don't even know what to say. I got a planner, and I want to talk about my planner because I love this thing. And I think if I can help anybody else by using a planner, then I think it's worth it to bring this on. Now, I'm not getting paid for this. I have no connection with this company, but I'm going to share with you the planner that I use is by Silk and Sonder is the name of the company. Okay. And I didn't even know that I needed a planner in my life. I am a list maker. I make lists. My list at the top says things to do, and then I number them and I write down what I need to do. And since I was young, that's been my go-to. And then over a year ago, I was trying to be more organized, trying to be more mindful, trying to be more present, trying to remember the things that I've done in a week. I mean, you'd be surprised how hard it is for me to remember what I did 3 days ago. I can't retain it anymore. So about a year ago, I was looking for something, and magically I got an ad for this Silk and Sonder planner. I think it's called a planner. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a nice little square, planner. It doesn't have a ton of pages, but it's all of those things that I said. It's a tracker. Let me just show you. So it's got a calendar, like a month calendar. So it has blocks for the month, right? It has a page that has all 12 months. So you have that handy if you're looking at your month and you are planning something and you want to do something, but there's other months then, so that's in there. Okay. And then it has a page for mood tracker and habit tracker. Now, I don't really use the mood tracker because my mood is pretty much always the same: chill, relaxed, happy. But I've seen some examples of other people and what they put in here, and they'll put like stressed and unhappy on one side, and then the happier ones on the other side, and then tracking it. I don't really think that I need to track my moods, but other people may. So sometimes I'll use this for something else that I want to do. It's just handy. The other page, the habit tracker, I love. I just didn't even know I would love that so much. So I'll put habits in there like wearing my retainer at night, yoga. What are some of the other ones in there? Meditating, reading, any habits that I want to keep a track of. Now, why would you want to keep a track of that? I think it's great, especially, to give you a picture over the month, how often you're doing things. I'm very surprised when I look at mine. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do this nearly enough, or, oh, I did really good on this. So I found that to be really helpful and keep me on track with some of the things. The other cool thing it has is a sleep tracker page. And I am surprised how little sleep I actually get. I thought I was getting more sleep, but it's interesting to keep track of, and it can help explain those moods sometimes, just keeping track of that. There's another page for a gratitude log, and I really like this. I end up putting things that I am grateful for, obviously, but they end up usually being little memories or snippets of things that I've done throughout the day. And I love going back and reading over those at the end of the month, because it's, again, my mind, I don't remember everything that I've done in a month. And so looking back on that, it just keeps track of the little things that I normally lose. And then each month has a different theme. So for this upcoming month, the theme was empowerment. And so it will have like an empowerment exercise. It's sort of like journaling, basically. It'll ask you a question. talks a little bit about what empowerment is, and then like the questions that you would journal. One says, where and when do I feel most empowered? And that's usually like 2 pages full of questions. And I sometimes fill it in, sometimes I don't. I just, whatever I feel like. And then there'll be usually like a cool poem or a saying or just something you can read for inspiration that I find nice. And then there's these, what are they called? Where you color in with markers or colored pencils or whatever you want. It's like for helping practice. I guess I was going to say mindfulness, but I think it's more focus, and you can like get zen doing it or something. I don't know, but I used to not do them because I didn't think I had the patience. And let me tell you, it is a practice in patience. And I am not a perfectionist, but I like things to look a certain way. And this has me going out of the box. Like I wish I had my other ones here to show you. I will do it and think I hate it. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And why did I choose that color? And blah. And then when I look at it, when it's done, I'm like, this is so beautiful. And I love it. And it also gives me some time to take a moment for myself. I never thought I would be taking a moment for myself coloring, but I really do enjoy it. And I love the way they turn out. And they're small, they're not real big, so it doesn't take real long. Okay. And then there's also usually some sort of exercise, not literal exercise, but some sort of practice. Like this one, they'll say, noticing nature game. Think about some seeds you have planted or find some berries on a tree or bush, and then it'll ask you questions about it. How does the air smell today? I don't know. Honestly, I usually skip over it, but it's nice. And then there's also a recipe every month. This one is for creamy tomato basil chicken pasta. I'm going to admit I've never made one. I have good intentions every month to make it, and I never do. And then there's this empowerment jar. It says, fill the jar with things that empower you. Write, draw, sketch, or use stickers. So I find that pretty cool. Then there's some blank pages for you to add whatever you want in there. Then there'll also be some sort of game. This month there's a crossword puzzle. I am not great at crossword puzzles either, but it looks like it's not going to be too difficult, so we'll see. And then a monthly expense tracker. And this is for, keeping track of your bills and where your money's going every month. Oftentimes, not all of that is kept in our checkbooks. So unless you've got it written down somewhere else, you might not be keeping track of that, and you should. It's surprising. Okay. And then what I really like about it is then we have this little guide where there's the month. It has this week, I want to feel whatever you want, your weekly major 3 goals, weekly to-dos, and then it has another little area for more habit activity tracking, and you get to mark off each day. So this is broken out by week for each week. And on this page, they have the meal plan, so you could write what you ate every day and how much water you drank. It's just good if you're keeping track of your food. There's a mind body health plan. So if you're exercising, you would put that there, a little place for shopping. And then the next pages are more in depth per day. So on Monday, what the weather was like on Monday, there's a little box for, it says one thing. So if you want to write one thing that happened that day that you want to remember, or just a word, it has a little box there. And then it has space for you to write what you did that day. I'm telling you, folks, I am loving this. It has helped me so much be more scheduled. And I'm sorry, my dog is snoring. Yeah, you can probably hear him, but I don't have the heart to kick him out. So just gonna have to deal with that, I hope. I hope it's not too bad, Louis. Okay. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a heads up on this. If you're looking for a planner, I really think you should consider it. Again, the company is called Silk and Sonder, And yeah, they're monthly planners, and I highly recommend them. So, okay, that's that. Why don't we go ahead and take a caller? I have Marie from New Zealand. Did I say that right, or is it Marie? Oops. Yes.
Oh, hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Marie. How are
Yeah.
you?
Hello. I'm
Thanks
okay,
for-
thank you. I might have to. I just want to reading about me and my husband. We're separating, and I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And I know I am, but I'm just on a bit of a mess at the moment. It's only been a few
Yes,
weeks, and I just want to see if I'm going to be okay, and the kids are going to be okay, and.
yeah, sure, Marie. Let me
Oh,
look into this for a second and see
yeah.
what I pick up. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for calling in. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here, Maria. I'm picking up some stuff about your soon-to-be ex-husband. And I just want to say, I do feel like he
Yeah.
was a he comes across as a good guy in the sense of providing for the family and working and doing the things that he should have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but not very attentive to your needs, and not out of lack
Yeah.
of not wanting to give to you, Marie, just not even realizing
Yeah.
or knowing how. Okay, so I know
it.
that he wasn't
Yeah,
a bad. I know he wasn't a bad guy, and this isn't going to be a super
Yeah.
terrible loss for
Yeah.
either of you. Honestly, I think that you're doing something very brave. You're giving yourself something, but you're
Yeah.
also giving him something. You are also giving him the opportunity now
Yeah.
to be able to
Yeah.
find. And actually, he's going to come.
Yeah.
He's going to have the opportunity to rediscover himself more so than even find a partner for
Yeah.
himself. He is going
Yeah.
to have this opportunity to rediscover himself and what he can be passionate about. I do feel like
Yeah,
you
that's
made the
it.
right decision. And
Yes, so do I. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're going to be so the word for me is relieved, for yourself.
Yes. That's how I
Having
feel.
that,
Yes.
yes, having that freedom, I can feel the weight and excitement. Now, your children are adult children.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. My youngest is 9, but my other 2 are adults. Yeah, teenagers. My oldest is 20, and my middle one is 14. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like they're handling and they're going to handle this just fine. Especially the older
Great.
children.
Okay. Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Leon, my oldest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. Go on.
And then is the 9-year-old, is that a boy?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like he's going to be fine, but he is going to become a little more pensive, and by pensive I mean spending a little more time having to figure out his
Yeah.
feelings and his emotions about it. You may
Yeah.
become a little
Yeah,
worried.
I understand that.
Yeah. You may become a little
Yeah.
worried because he's going to want to spend some time by himself. Okay, so I want to
Of
say
course.
give him the space,
Yes, that's okay.
give him the
Yeah,
space
thank
because
you.
he just needs some time to
Yeah.
figure out his feelings about it. But
What he wants. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he has so
Sorry, do you
much
feel
respect.
anything for me in the future for love, in relationship again,
Sure.
or
Yeah,
do you see any of
let
that?
me see. Okay,
Oh,
let's see here.
yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
I do, Marie. I do, and I feel like this is I feel like this may be a reconnection with someone from your past, a friend, like
Okay,
someone
yeah,
you know, acquaintance, someone you've known before. The energy comes in, and he feels
right, yeah,
familiar, feels safe. Um, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
what I feel about him too is that he is very easygoing and has a real sense of humor to him. So
Brilliant.
yeah,
That's what I like. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So,
fantastic.
thanks for calling
Joy.
in, and good luck. Best wishes to you. I feel great about it for you.
Thank you
And
too. I really appreciate it. You're a very good reader. Thank you so much.
thank you so much. I appreciate
Oh,
it. Okay,
oh.
so we've got another caller tonight, Isabel from California. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for calling in.
I'm doing good.
Okay. What can I look at for you tonight?
My I love reading. I am having like a little bit of problems with my boyfriend of 6 years. So I just wanted to,
Okay.
find out a little bit more.
Okay, let me see here. Let me look into this for you. Can you give me his first name?
Yes, his first name is Jonathan, but he goes by Robert.
Okay. 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 All right. So I have to ask you, Isabel, if you are having concerns about his uh, loyalty to you.
Yes, in different aspects, you could say.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting you say that. Yeah. Because as I'm feeling this, I feel the energy going somewhere else, but I can't pin it on another woman exactly. So you don't have to tell me what this is, but let me figure this out. Okay. Um,
Yeah, because that's my concerns if he's cheating or seeing someone else. Because we've been like
I don't
kind of like
feel like
disconnected.
I don't feel like it is that he's in a relationship with someone else. It doesn't feel like it is another consistent person, but I do
Mhm.
sense that his attention is going elsewhere. Okay. And
Yes.
it, it may be he's just fooling around randomly with other people, not a consistent same person. Okay. Um,
Yeah, that's what I've kind of had a feeling.
I don't feel like this is I don't feel like it's anything that he is upset at you about, like you've done something or that there was a problem necessarily that pushed him away. It just feels like you know what it is, honestly? It feels like his own self confidence and his own feelings about his life have kind of
Hmm.
been dragging him down, and he is
Yeah.
kind of looking for something else to pick him up. And unfortunately, it's not you that he's going to
Yeah.
for this. He's not looking for another relationship. He's looking for something to substitute um, how he feels about really himself right now. Um, let
Okay.
me see.
Yeah, that's pretty much how he is. He's very closed off and doesn't really like to tell his feelings. And I try to, but I just feel like I get pushed away. But so I'm just worried that our relationship's gonna like fizzle out after so many years. So, and
Yeah.
I mean, I love this man, so I want to know like if this relationship's gonna come to an end, or is there possibly marriage in the future with this
Okay.
man?
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I don't really like to give future predictions exactly, but I will tell you I can see
Okay.
what could happen if something doesn't change. So I feel
Okay.
like current the path is one that will lead down to separation. But that's not to say that it can't be stopped. We all have free
Okay.
will. We all have the option to, like, I can tell you one thing and you can go tomorrow and do everything you can in your power to change it, and you can change it. So I feel
Yeah.
like there is the possibility for this to be saved if you really want to, but it's going to take him. There has to be something to boost him up, and
Okay.
it would be ideal if you were doing things to do that. But I'll be honest with you, it feels like he will try to like push it away. Let me
Yeah.
see. So I don't want to say it's as a lost cause because it isn't, but
Hmm.
there has to be something that will boost his confidence. And I don't have something to give you an exact example of. Maybe I don't know if it's encouraging him to get a new job or um, you know just
Yeah. He's a tough person to read. So that's so I feel like as when it comes to that, like I'm stuck. Like
yeah.
like I don't know what I could do to make it better.
It's hard, especially because he does have these self-confidence issues, and by admitting or talking about his problems, it actually increases the feelings of insecurity. So it's a kind of a
Hmm.
double-edged sword for him because he needs the support, he needs to feel better about himself, but he won't go looking for help because or talking about it, because then that makes him actually feel more insecure. So
Yes. Yes. You're like so
yeah,
spot on.
that route won't work with him. It's kind of like you got to go around the back door and find something that he can do to boost his confidence. And I don't know what that is. Does he work on cars or work with his hands or something? I keep
Yes, he does construction.
okay. Um, yeah, if that's his work, I don't know if that would actually boost his confidence.
He loves his job that he does. Like he
Oh, he
wants to
does
do his
love his
own
job.
company. Yeah, he
Okay,
loves his
okay.
job. That's like yeah, he loves his
That's,
job. He wants to like one day get his own company and give that company to our son.
okay, I love that. Okay, so there's an opportunity right there that you don't have to necessarily be involved in, but you can encourage. Bring it up. Say, hey, I know that you might not think this is the right time, but we should talk about um, what we can do to start saving for this, or what do we need to do, and build that dream and build his confidence in by saying, I believe you can do this. I believe this can happen, and won't it be great? And this is what it'll look like, and all those things. Because once he turns his feelings about himself around, then he can reconnect with you in a much more.
He's still like in love. I mean, like in love with me. Like he's still interested in me, though. Um,
He he
than
does
him.
love you. He does love you for sure. I feel the love. It's just, when you don't love yourself, you don't have the love to give.
Yeah,
So
and I
it's
completely understand that.
Yeah, and so that's just where he's at right now, but that can be turned around. And I think if he can find something to, be inspired by, and keep his mind off of these insecurities, that would really do him well. And I think yeah, I think instead of trying to talk to him about how he's feeling or whatever, just boost his confidence by, showing excitement for something that he's interested in and that you believe he can do. I really think that would help.
I think that's actually pretty funny that you say that to have an interest in his interest because I know often he would show me videos of like the jobs that he would do, and I would like brush it off because I was like, oh, like that doesn't like that's not interesting to me, like So
Yeah.
I think if I would be more interested and be like, oh, asking more questions and and bringing stuff like that up, I think that would try to
Yeah.
help as well.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh,
for sure. Especially since
okay.
his passion and his interest and love is his job. That's great. And that's something that you're involved in all the time, right? Because he comes home every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, great. So I hope that's
Thank
helpful.
you so
And
much.
I do feel, like I said, that it can be turned around. Just
Thank you so much. I was having a lot of self-doubt about our relationship and stuff, and
no,
you put
he
it
has a
into a
real love.
different perspective. So thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. All right. Well, have a good night, Isabel. And I'm going to wrap it up there. And I just want to remind everybody to check out our Facebook pages, A1R Psychic Radio, A1R Psychic Radio Fans. Moonstruck TV is another of our Facebook pages. My Facebook page is The Psychic Mom. I also have a website where you can book readings with me, psychic readings, mediumship readings. I've got lots of good stuff going on there, and that is thepsychicmom.com. So please check me out. I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me there as well. Hope everyone has a fabulous weekend, and I will see you back next Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.